this weekend we are going up to Philly and we are celebrating Pat's birthday, having an engagement shoot, and my friend is getting engaged and it's really exciting. Congratulations, Crystal. I love you and I'm so excited for you, and T's excited for you too, but she doesn't know it yet. This trip's knitting is going to be Lost Lake socks. I'm going to be working on, there you go. This is the new favorite bone right there. That's it. And she's gone. Lost Lake socks. I'm going to work on my Sanderson sister socks. I'm really, really excited about that. I'm hoping to get to the heel on both of them and then turn the heel. And I'm going to be doing the Fish Lips Kiss. And I will have the alternating colors for heels and toes. Smoosh. And anything else, Tay? Yeah, she's not a selfie kid. Oh, and my Cozy Memories blanket. I'm definitely going to be working on that. I am wearing a finished object. This is a koi pond top that I finished in June that I showed on the podcast, and I'm actually wearing it now. So I'll insert some pictures so you can see it in action. All right. Hi, and welcome to episode 5 of Bad Wolf Girl Sits&Knits. My name is Meg, and I will be your host today. It is September 7th, Wednesday, at around 10:30 in the morning, and we're in Rockville, posting from my new normal spot, which is the big comfy couch. I bought it in TARDIS blue on purpose. I am drinking coffee with pumpkin creamer, a salted caramel tea bag, and I just added a Twinings chai pumpkin tea. So, Katie, this is all you, girl. You would love it. Do you get this in the UK? Can you get this? I mean, Twinings sounds super... It says London on it. Like, have you tried this? Because you should. It is so, so good. Sorry if that's a little fuzzy. Pumpkin spice chai. So, so good. So you would love it. So yes, let's start with thank yous. Oh my gosh. I am blown away. Okay, so the most exciting thing happened to me last night. I got out of work and I was like, oh, all of my favorite podcasters posted a video on the same day. Like everybody I'm listening to right now, and I was like, oh my god, how do I choose? So during lunch I did Inside Number 23 because it was a little shorter, and I was like, okay, I can scooch that in my lunchtime. So that was fun. Katie's cardigan is coming out amazing, and I love her cables, and she is desperately making me want to cast on cables now. It's so bad. And I have the yarn picked out. It's like cheapy AC Moore yarn, but it's like purple. It's so soft, and I will drag it out when I finally do cast on. But I'm just picturing like a full front cables, and so fall. And then so after school, I'm like, okay, I am going to watch Hey Sister podcast because I got so excited that they had another episode up. And before I even watched the video, I liked it, and like, you know, I was like, thumbs up, you know, whatever. So I'm like, I didn't even know. I just knew I was gonna like it because it's Hey Sister podcast and I like every video they do. So I go and I'm listening to it, and I'm sitting and I'm knitting on my shawl, and I'm going. And then at the end, they start to mention podcasts, and I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna say my name? And then they did. I would say that I was squealing, but I was actually so excited that no noise came out. I was sitting there just looking at the TV like this for however long they were talking. Like, I had the biggest smile on my face, and I'm just like, oh my god. So, yeah, I'm getting off a clump. Like, I was so excited. And so I was like watching it, and then I like videoed it, and I sent it to my friend. I was like, look! Freaking out! So that made my night. That absolutely made my night, my day, and the rest of the week. I was so happy. But what happened after that, yesterday I wrote my notes, which I have in front of me, and I was like, all right, 80 subscribers. That's amazing. Like 80 subscribers in 5 weeks. Like that's great. I have 110 since yesterday. It's like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like just overnight. And what I love doing now is going onto YouTube and seeing how many countries have watched this video. And I'm like, I just think it's so cool. I see like New Zealand and like China and like it's so cool. It's so cool. I just want to meet these people. Like, hi, who are you? Hello out there. Okay, I can't get over it. No, I was so happy. It made my absolute day, week, and the rest of the month. I just, thank you, everyone who's out there. So if you're returning, hi, I'm so happy you're here. And if you're brand new, hi, I'm a nutball, but you know, hang in there. I'm gonna get all into the yarny goodness now. Finished objects. Crystal socks, which are going to be pictured here. Okay, so these socks have to be a picture because I gave them to her for her birthday on Sunday. This was also the day that she got engaged. So this is her first picture with her big old rock, and it was just wonderful and fun to experience that with her. And I'm really excited. I told her, welcome to the bride tribe. So crystal socks are done, and I finally got Patrick to try on these socks, and they fit like a glove. Oh my gosh. He goes, there's absolutely no rubbing. I could wear these to work, no problem. And I'm like, oh, could you? So that was wonderful. Excuse me. And then I blocked my cardigan so the bottom like actually lays flat instead of curling all the way in and up. I very lightly blocked this because I did like the curl. I wanted that to stay, but I blocked the bottom so that it hung a little better. And I wanted to get a spray bottle because it's cashmere, and I've heard that you really shouldn't dunk it, so I didn't. I just tapped it to the water and then laid it out, but it was wet for like a day and a half, and I didn't even soak it. I just tapped it. So yarn, gonna hold on to some moisture there. And then I did a few things. So this is a little square. I had talked about the Cursed Child yellow yarn that I got a little while back off of Etsy, and it just wasn't punchy enough for me, and so I went out and I bought some Rit dye. So here's the brand. I just got some of this dye. I got this offline, but I guess AC Moore and Michaels, Joanne Fabrics would have it. So this is the swatch. And so talking about this swatch, I had posted these on Instagram. So this is all the one ball that I had from Etsy, and I dyed that first, and I was like, all right, I think I did a little too much black, like it got a little excessive. But once I knit it up, like it wasn't all black, but I still thought it deserved a little more yellow. So here's the cover of Cursed Child, and you'll see all the golds and browns and everything, and they're really gorgeous. So my finished object is my Cursed Child yarn, and I posted this on Instagram. Everyone's been saying such nice things about it. I'm absolutely in love with it. I bought the yarn off of Knit Picks. It's their Stroll Fingering, which is a superwash merino and 25% nylon. These skeins just look like they're on fire. Now some of it really took the dye. Some of it, like, I felt like I got a little washed out, but I like the texture. So I'm okay with parts of it. I just didn't want the whole skein to do that. But this took almost a full bottle of yellow to do all of the yarn. And then this one definitely got, like, this looks straight Hufflepuff right here. So this one got super black, which is cool. Like, that's like midnight, but then, oh, there's little yellows. Woo. So I'm so excited. I'm gonna make a cardigan, possibly this exact one, with the bit of adjustments. Like I said, I would take care of the bagging here and the bagging here. And the sleeves I would keep the same. That was really nice. So yeah, there's my cursed child yarn, and it's just been sitting on my dresser because I just want to stare at it. Like, I want to knit with it, but I have so much on the needles that I can't. But it turned out so great. I am thrilled, and I'm going to, now that I have 2 balls of it dyed up, I'm going to roll them both at once, and I'm going to knit every other row like you're supposed to when you, like, alternating, that's it, alternating skeins, because I didn't do it on this one, and you really can't see on the podcast. Now you can. So dumb. Why did I do that? Like, I fell in love with this ball, and then I ordered it, and it came in this ball, which wasn't bad, it just wasn't it. But I love it, and it hasn't stopped me from wearing it. So yeah, I got my next cardigan on the smoosh here. As I said, I had some dream knit, so that might come back up. So yeah, I just kind of wrote up my notes on there so that I could remember everything that I used, when I used it, what date I used it, that kind of thing. Okay, so that's my 3 FOs. I don't have anything else finished. So let's move on to whips. You've been seeing a few, so I'll just start with my Halloween bag. I love this so much. So my Halloween bag, and I got my Sanderson sister socks, and the last time that you saw it, it was a little bit below him, I believe. Can you see him? He's so shiny. Yeah. So I got quite a bit done. This was mostly on Saturday. The Regan men were watching a football game, which means knitting time to me. And I actually knit the 2 socks together. I was getting too tired. And they were attached in the middle. I was like, no, I had to rip all the way back. And then another one I was getting way too tired. Sleep knitting does not work for me, not with these. I had to rip all the way back because I had forgotten to do the slip stitch pattern, like those little teeth. I forgot to do it, and it was clear that I forgot to do it. And I was like, oh. So I had to rip it back. It's my foot. So I was hoping to get to the heel last night so that I had that to show you, but there was just way too much going on in the apartment trying to get everything set up. So I need to go to this top line, because last time I think I went to this line and my socks are a little tight. So I'm gonna go in between these lines right here. So I've got at least the black stripe, and then I think green, purple, so it'll be orange next. And I think once I hit orange, I'm gonna split orange on either side of the Fish Lips Kiss heel. But these socks are still bringing me so much joy, and I love them so much. And I love that the green matches up so that they kind of look like they go together, but then they have a little bit of, I mean, Halloween things. That just says that it doesn't need to match, really. And that's living in my Halloween project bag, which I love so much. Try and drink the coffee before it gets cold. I had to heat it like 4 times trying to get ready for the podcast. And then my next pair of socks, since I'll just do socks first, my Lost Lakes. Look, Rachel, look. We're twinsies. So these have gone really, really well. The last time you saw them, I mean, I guess I was somewhere in here, and then I've knit all the way up. I started with the pattern and then they just weren't, I couldn't anticipate the change in between yarns because they look so close together and you can't really see it until you're about a row in, and then you're like, oh wait, it's changing. So I mean, I'm in love with these, and I did the Fish Lips Kiss heel in pickle juice, and this time, since, alright, so I stopped using one yarn and I went across in pickle juice and I did the whole heel, but then the yarn that you're supposed to knit the front with is on the other side. And I was like, So I carried it across the back with some stretch through the first row so that when I was done, it would end up on the other side. But now I've got tails that I have to like tie onto something because there's nothing on that side to knot it to. So I've heard that there's an adaptation to the Fish Lips Kiss heel that covers how to do a different color and an opposing, contrasting color for the heel, and I will be looking into that because I don't think I did the best option. I just did an option, and I don't know if that's how they would have done it because now I've got a string running across the bottom of my sock. But I mean, I keep pulling it because I know I need it to stretch over my foot and I couldn't have it stop giving, you know what I mean? So it's going really well. And then last night, alright, so this is right after I finished the heel. Oh, yesterday. This is yesterday during Inside Number 23 podcast watching. So that was there. But yeah, so love my socks. I now have to, so when I fold it like this, I usually make the top, the cuff, all the way to the toe, and then I start the ribbing, which is going to be a significant amount of ribbing. I've since realized that I really enjoy over 1.5 inches for rib. So that has been living in my alpaca love bag. Deet. And I'll just start making a pile over there. Alright, and my Cozy Memories blanket. Cozy Memories blanket. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, sorry. I should hold it up, not look at it on my lap. I'm terrible. I don't think I'm awake yet for the amount of caffeine that I've had. So, when you left off, you saw all of my wonderful Harry Potter squares, which I added some music in because I love it. And then we came back over here, and you saw hers. Did you see Harry? I don't know if you did. So this one's Harry from Opal, and this one is Fawn. Yeah, I feel like that's where we left off last time. Maybe not. And then this one is Cursed Child in my dye of Cursed Child on sock weight yarn. Now, this one is also from Nor George on Etsy, and this is Night Bus. But I bought it, so you can't buy it, which I think is unfortunate because I wanted more. And that's really gorgeous. I mean, I'm kind of blowing out the color to get it brighter, but how stunning. So these two I had up on Instagram because I loved them. So I am definitely going to do Cozy Memory Shawl. Like, that's totally what I'm doing with it. Because I could run around the house like this. It's like I am the blanket. Oh, that's hysterical. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of this. That's funny. I didn't even mean to. So yeah, this is going really well. And there's tabbies in my square. I did this one because I didn't have any of the colors in this square, so I kept going. So this actually has two, but Felici's so soft that you couldn't even be mad. just impressed. It is going so well. I love my memories. I love them. And I love telling people about them. When they see me working on the blanket, I love being like, this is my friend's socks, and this is this, and this is that, and it's living in my Nomadic Yarns Darth Vader bag, which I adore, and I have all of my minis that I need to work on in there. I just added some more, so it's going to get kind of squishy in here soon. I am not sure how long it's going to be able to live in there. Not much longer. It's really full, but I'm going to keep going while I can because I do love it. After that, this will definitely become a sock bag, just because, like, I can't not carry it around. Tabby, that's what I do. I carry it around everywhere, and then when we're in the car and we're going to Target, I knit. And then when we are in the car and we're going to dinner, I knit. And then when we get out and we go to dinner, I knit. And that's how I get so much done on this, because if I'm in a faculty meeting, I knit. And they just know that's me at this point, so they don't even react anymore. So that's, shove that back there. Alright, so Tabby and I were talking about this one on Instagram, and this is the Age of Breast and Steam kerchief, which I'm making Age of Breast and Steam shawl, if I can. So this is a free pattern on Ravelry, and you can, I mean, it doesn't do it justice, but you can kind of see the pattern there, and it's very easy. There's a stockinette pattern, and there's a garter eyelet section, and I was online and I saw it done by, and I'm going to put her name here, I want to get it right, so lots of room to write. I saw it done, and I saw that she had done beading, and it was stunning. She does a ton of beautiful work on Ravelry, and I just really, really loved seeing all the stuff that she's done. So I stole her idea. This is living in my Halloween boo bag, my boos with little bats, and says spooky Halloween witch. So cute. Alright, so that's living in, and this is my, ooh, God, that's gorgeous on camera. Sweet Georgia Yarns. It's divine. It's so soft, and it has stellina in it and cashmere, and it's just, wow, that's gorgeous. I'm just going to turn it slowly so you can appreciate how much I love staring at this. I think it was still Tabby. I told Tabby, I was like, I just like petting it. It's so soft. And so I went out and I bought these beads to put into the shawl itself. And I'm using a little baby crochet hook that I have I put a stitch marker on it so it can't grab my yarn when I don't want it to. And I actually, right before I started filming, I finished the bead row. It's a 3-row repeat to make eyelets, and I had done row 1 in the 3. So I did 2 and 3 right before here so I could show you how that looks. Oh, I'm gonna need something behind there. Let's try that. So that's the last section I did, and every other one I did beads. Now, what happened was I started it, and I got all the way past the middle, and I realized that I was doing, am I in the back? Yeah. So you're seeing the front. I was doing beads every one, not every other. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And then I got all the way up and over, and I was like, it's like cluster of beads, like it was strangling it. It didn't look good. So I ripped it all the way back, and then I went all the way back up, putting every other. And since you just yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit together, place bead, yarn over, knit 2 together, you're going across that way. It did go a little faster because every other one I didn't need to stop and place a bead, which takes a good amount of time for me to do. So this is just my progress so far. You haven't seen it at all, so I guess it looks like a lot of progress. This was one of my dream knits last week. I said the purple shawl, this was it. So I think it's really stunning, and I think it's coming out really nice. And I think it's gonna have a nice amount of drape and stuff when I'm done. I keep trying to like, I think that this would have made a gorgeous featherweight, but I've got a ton of purple yarn that I can make featherweights with, and this was just a little too special, I thought, to be like yanking on and off like sweaters take a little bit of wear, I think. So the beads have turned out really nice. I mean, it has stellina in it, which you can see. There's the stellina, but the beads just light it up even more. So that was really exciting. So this is my progress on, I'll hold it by the cord so you can actually see it. That's my progress. And the first row I forgot I wanted to do beads. So it doesn't have beads. But the beads actually, it looks like the beads actually help it open up more. Like I'm definitely gonna need to block this because it's, see how bunchy it is? It's like sitting like a ripple across, but I don't want it to be a ripple, I want it to be flat. And I missed the garter row at the top here. Reading directions, not my strong suit most times. So I missed the garter row, and then I did the bead row, and then I did the garter row. And I was like, oh, I like that better. It kind of flows into it. So I think I'm gonna skip the garter row from now on. Yeah, I like it better. So mild adjustments, but not much. And I'm gonna tuck that in. So I did my work on this for today. I don't think I'll be picking it back up. Ooh. Directions, that help. Since they're shoved in this little project bag and this little project bag gets shoved in my bag, the directions are getting quite beat up. Oops. They were better when I had them in like a tall bag that I could slide it in. But, and the beads, they make me happier when they jingle. Oh. And then I have a long-standing whip back here. So I was up in Philly this weekend, and I brought home this baby who desperately needs a different project bag. So I picked out two. Either it's going to be my anchors or my yarn therapy, which I think it's going to be yarn therapy because it has the handle and I can bring just the sweater with me. When I want to go somewhere, and I can shove my wallet in there and I'd have everything. And here it is. So this is my harvest cardigan, which is super wrinkled because I had it in that terribly mean bag. I was working on this February, March type of area. It has a garter collar. I'm following the pattern from Tin Can Knits. I got one sleeve done, but I'm ripping this back and I'm changing. I'm gonna rip back to maybe here, and I'm gonna tighten up this entire section, and then I'm gonna make this a really long 1x1 rib because I want it tighter. I might actually go down a needle size too. This is knit on 8s. I might go down to a 7, and I thought I wanted the garter to match. I don't. I want it to be, excuse you, get out of there. I want it to be a 1x1. So I've changed my mind on that. And this is how far I got on the next sleeve. So this is why I knit socks 2 at a time, because I clearly march, and I have one sleeve to do, which would not take me that long. And I actually had 9-inch circulars that I was doing it on, which is why I took it off the 2 at a time. I did them 2 at a time and then I stopped, which was so dumb. So dumb, Meg. Can't believe you did that. Past Meg stinks sometimes. So now I have to measure, which sucks, and this is how much I have done. So, alright, so this is it. And there's still some of the same problems that I had before. which was a little bit too much here and a little bit too much here. Clearly I didn't take notes from the first one, and I debated making it short sleeve because I really didn't want to knit sleeves, but I figured it was a thicker yarn. The yarn I used was very basic, just a red heart soft teal yarn. I wanted it to be easily washed if I needed to, and honestly I fell in love with the color. That satin teal color was just so pretty. So I got sucked in. This is it on. So it's still a little big, but much better than my past ones. I mean, I could belt it if I really wanted to, but it's not that type of cardigan for me. I just want it to be loose and flowy. This is a new pumpkin color top I got at Target last night because I am also enjoying the fall. The sleeve fits pretty well, especially compared to my past projects. I've usually had like a sleeve out to here. So I think if I go up, and actually let me just mark that while I'm here. Try not to poke myself on the podcast. And there. Okay. So I think I'll go back up to about here, and I'll knit tighter all the way down, and I'll start my 1 by 1 here, and I'll go a little bit down. I have noticed that I kind of like I do like sleeves that I can hold on to, but as an art teacher and wearing this in school, it's actually not great to have things around my wrist. So I think I'm going for more like here. And right about there. Alright, so I don't want to bore you anymore. There you go. So now you've seen the cardigan, and that's definitely so close to being an FO that I really, really want to work on it. I'm making basically the same cardigan for Patrick, but I'm trying to make it so that it'll button. That is actually living... Have I touched it? No. Oh, it is softer than mine though. Oh, that is so soft. I really should work on it. I keep saying that. I really do. I keep Oh, we picked out buttons. I don't know if I showed you. I did. Picked out buttons for him. So that's his buttons. I really like them. He decided on which ones he wanted. But yeah. So that's my so sad giant project bag that desperately needs love, and I am so distracted by socks and shawls that I can't see anything. So I'm working on that. Let's see. And that's everything I have for whips. So let's see. How about we go into Mr. Postman? Whoa, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, hey, 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 Mr. Postman. Whoa, yes. So, Mr. Postman brought me the Bear Stroll Fingering. And this is what I used to dye up my Cursed Child. So you can see, it sucks up the color, and it really, really holds. It takes. That water ran clear at the end, which I've dyed a few times, and the first time I tried it with Kool-Aid, and that was great. That water ran clear. And then the next time I tried it with tie-dye, and that would not stop bleeding. I had to throw out all of the yarn that I dyed with tie-dye. It was terrible. It was horrible. And I did something wrong, I'm sure. I think maybe I didn't put salt or vinegar or something, and I failed. I failed that one. But this last one was very successful. So I do have some extras here, and I've got some wish dyes, like some colorways that I really want. And now that I have white yarn, I am going to dye them myself. and I'm kind of waiting to dye the rest up until I can cast on Cursed Child and see how it goes, and see how it knits. I mean, I love Shawl. I have lots of it. I think it's very soft and very squishy, and it makes me very happy to just sit and squish it. This color too. I have to cake it up to cast on the toes for these socks. So then Mr. Postman also brought me something. It's called the Circular Solution, and it's kind of like a knitter's saving grace. I have wanted one of these for a while, and when I found it on Amazon, I was like, that's exactly what I needed. And so you get your circular needles and you shove them inside whatever cubby the number is. So if I need a 1, I can go right there. If I need a 2, I go right there. And that's so excitingly easy and simple for me. It's like hard duck cloth, and it's really, really sturdy. And you unhear it, and then you put your hanger in there and then close it back up, and your hanger just holds it over the door. I adore it so much. But yeah, so that's all of my Mr. Postman. Moving on to Wish Knits and Dreams.
Dream, 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 dream when I want you in my arms, when I want you, and all your charms whenever I want you.
So this is The Leaving Cal by Maria Olson, and this was Maria Olson Designs, and I got it off of Ravelry, and they had all these really gorgeous all these really gorgeous leaf colors and everything. So it's going to be a cowl. As you can see, this is where I'm going to be wearing it. The directions seem pretty simple. I recognized all of the stitches. I've done chart reading before. The chart doesn't seem too hard, so that was kind of exciting. What else? And then the written directions, so if I actually read the directions properly, they're all right there. And you can see this is brand new because everything's nice and fresh and not wrinkled. Why not? So this is the one that I showed on the first podcast, and you can see it much better now. That first podcast had such terrible lighting, so sorry. But this is just stunning, and I think it would make a gorgeous leaving cowl. And it just reminds me of autumn. It just looks so pretty, and like wearing it with this top particularly would be great, with like a leather jacket and pumpkin spice and ciders and all the fall. So this is on my dream knitting. I also found a pumpkin baby hat. I'll try to put a picture here, and the pumpkin hat I'm gonna make with this carrot yarn, and this is like super basic, but hey sister, I think I'm gonna be participating in your hat, Cal. Yay! So excited. So it's gonna have the little green leaves on top, and I was thinking of crocheting a leaf instead of knitting a leaf, and I was gonna do a curly eye cord for this, so I thought they would be really cute. I made a squid once with like little curly tentacles, and I thought that method would work really well for this guy. So that's worked out really, really well. And checking around. Okay, so the last bit is going to be, no, not last, but almost to last, acquired. So things that I've picked up. I've ordered a Halloween candy corn yarn, and I've ordered Starry Night yarn to make a featherweight for school out of, and they are both from Nerd Girl Yarns, and I think I mentioned her on the last podcast, and I showed you all the minis. I haven't gotten them yet, but I'm sure they're in good hands, and will be to me soon. The other acquisition was the RIT dye. I got red, blue, and yellow, brown, and black. Because as an art teacher, I figured I can mix what I want and make colors how I want. But I do think in future acquisitions, there will be a hot pink, there will be a violet purple, and there will be a lime green that will be acquired. And a gold will have to be purchased again because I used most of the yellow on the Cursed Child minis and full skeins. So, in spinning, haven't done spinning in a while. I do have two things that are not recent acquisitions, but they just got to hear from my house, and you've never seen them, so I figured I'd share them. This is by LCB. You'll find her on Instagram and on Etsy, and this is called Pixie Dust. It's merino and stellina, and it has 16% silver sparkle in there. And I'm going to look at that. Oh, look at those sparkles. It's called Pixie Dust, and it's just gorgeous. All kind of purples and blues, and I found it and I was like, I need it. So this is one, and in other spinning worldliness, this is also by Elsie, and this is Gold Rush, which Elsie, and this is 8% gold sparkle, merino and stellina. I thought that this would knit up a really nice like shawl or cowl once I figured out how to spin it thin enough, because it looks so gorgeous, and it had all these like neutrals and stuff. I just really liked it. This is 4 ounces, which doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't when you get food, but when you have yarn, roving, they're light in general, so 4 ounces is quite a lot, which is nice. So I really, really enjoyed seeing that again and dreaming of how I'm going to spin that up. I have not spun with stellina yet. I bought a few. I have 3. I have another one that kind of looks like Slytherin, but it's called Deep Waters. And I really, really like it, but I haven't spun with them yet. I need time to spin. But right now, trying to get unpacked and doing everything in the apartment takes up so much time. I can't wait until we're just settled, and then I can just, on my days off, I can spin and craft and dye and make things and do all the things. And so my last bit is Pod Love. And this is just who I listen to on a weekly basis. Yarngasm. Always, every time she puts one up, I get really excited and I listen to that right away. I'm catching up on Legacy Knits, and I find the two of them so funny. I've been laughing a lot when I watch them, just laughing out loud at like stuff that Sue will do and Chelsea will react, and like they just crack me up. I have so much fun, so if you haven't watched them, you should go and watch them. Actually, all of these, any of these that I say, you should go and watch them. The Knitting Broomstick, Jilly is so cute. I feel like we just have so much in common. So funny. Hey Sister Podcast, every time they get a new episode, I'm just all over that, and I'll watch it twice usually. Inside Number 23, also will watch it twice, because I feel like if I look down at my knitting too much, that I didn't get a full appreciation of all of her expressions and holding up of things. So yeah, I watch that a lot. And then 2 that I haven't seen yet but are on my radar right now, Little Yellow Uke. So I play ukulele, and that's what caught my eye. And I saw a little yarn ball and a ukulele, and I was like, oh, we're gonna be friends. And so I played maybe 30 seconds of the video, and I was like, oh my gosh, her voice is adorable. I could listen to her forever. So that was really, really cute. And then there was Brooklyn Knit Folk, which Kristen mentioned and I didn't get a chance to look at it yet, but I want to. And then there was one more, oh golly, and I watched a bunch of hers, and she's super, like, super retro and adorable. And Molly of the Homespun House, who I also watch but hasn't posted recently, mildly recently, mentioned, and I'm just gonna put her name, I'm gonna put her name down here because I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Oh, I should have looked that up. I'm so sorry. But I watched all 3 in a row. I just binge watched it. She's so cute, and I love her style, and I love her knits, and I adore them. So yeah, those are all the ones that I've been like on top of. There are so many more that I desperately want. Oh, Warm Juniper Knits. Hi! She and I are brand new podcasters together, and so I've been enjoying watching her, you know, evolution from episode 1 to episode 2, feeling more comfortable and doing stuff like that, and it cracks me up when she has to run off camera to catch the cat. But yeah. Oh, and I guess this can go under acquisitions. This is my new favorite mug, and it's got my color on the inside. It's written on both sides, so left or right-handed, and I found this at the Delaware rest stop a couple of times, and I kept wanting them. I kept seeing the cups, and then there were about 4 of them, and I was like, I want them. I can't buy more mugs. I want them. I can't buy more mugs. 3rd time, I was like, shut up and give me that. I want it. So I bought this one, and just take life one cup at a time just spoke to me right now with the wedding and moving and a job, new kids, and a puppy, and a podcast. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on right now, and I just, one cup at a time. That's how I'm taking life right now. Alright, well, not to ramble too much more on, I think I got everything that I wanted to show you. I just want to thank you for coming back again and spending this time with me. I absolutely enjoy sharing this community with you, and I really, really hope that you will come back next week, okay? So in the meantime, happy knitting. Take it one cup at a time. Bye.